Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizki Rienda Putri. I'm from 3C class, English Department 2019, Faculty of Teacher Training and Education, Rio University. Today in this video, I want to demonstrate how I use high-tech instructional media in a lesson in the classroom. This video also to complete an assignment of media pembelajaran bahasa Inggris subject. So, without any further ado, let's get started. In this lesson, the main topic that I want to teach is simple present tense about habits or routine. This lesson is focused on students' reading comprehension. To teach the materials, I will use a laptop as a high-tech instructional media and an online quiz that I've made before the class starts. There will be 3 sections in the learning process. First, I'm using laptop both before the main activity and during the main activity section. The materials will be presented in PowerPoint presentation, and for the quiz, it will be used after the main activity section at near the end of the lesson. Before the main activity section, the teacher will introduce the material in the PowerPoint presentation as the opening of the lesson. The teacher will also give an overview of the topic that the student will learn. Hi class! My name is Miss Rienda, and it's nice to see you again today. For today's lesson, we will study about something that's stated in simple present tense, or we can say it as one of the functions of simple present tense. Well, you might be wondering, how are we going to study because there's no whiteboard here? Well, don't worry because I have brought my laptop and we will use the PowerPoint presentation on today's lesson. So before we start, my dear students, let's talk about simple present tense first. Here, I will show the PowerPoint presentation slide to you. Habit or routine in simple present tense. That's our topic, right? Next. Simple present tense. What is simple present tense? Does anyone know about simple present tense? Well, simple present tense is a basic tense in English where it usually denotes an action or some situations like habit or routine, facts about things in the world, or permanent situations in a present time, and it presented in a simple way. You must already familiar with it, aren't you? Well, instead just of guessing, let's learn this material right now. During the main activity, the teacher will explain the topic in PowerPoint presentation and will have some interaction with students by asking some points that will be presented in the PowerPoint presentation. The answers from students will be typed by the teacher on the laptop. The teacher will also give some practice to create sentences by translating the sentence from Bahasa to English. There will be 5 sentences given and the students have to do it in 3 minutes. Why we can feel that way? Because as you can see in the PowerPoint slide, the definition of habit or routine is something that we regularly do at some specific time or moment. Do you understand? Now, I want you to think of some words or expressions that indicate how regular the activity that we do. For example, there is the word every. Can anyone say how we use the word every to state regular thing we do? Andreas? Every weekend? Every night? Every morning? That's right. We can also use the preposition of time like in, on, at, for example, in the morning, on Sundays, at 6 p.m. and etc. We can also use the adverb of frequency. Does anyone know and can mention about adverb of frequency? Melissa? Often? That's right. Keep going and tell 3 more. Usually? Sometimes? Always? That's right. All of the words that you've mentioned just now are all correct. So students, words like usually, always, sometimes are adverb of frequency that we use to indicate how regular the activity that we do. Now, let's take a look for some examples. So here are some of the examples. First, the teacher usually starts the lesson at 8 a.m. Second, we often walk to school every morning. Third, I wake up at 6 a.m. every morning. Fourth, Jen and I often study at the library every break of the lesson. Last, Marina goes to her violin course every Wednesday. Now, let's practice to write a sentence. Do you still remember how to write the sentence? It's subject plus verb. We use verb 1 or the best form in simple present tense. That plus s or es plus complement. Complement can be object or an adverb. So here's 5 sentences in Bahasa that you will change into English. I will give you 3 minutes to do it. Start! Have you finished? Now let's take a look for the answers. How many sentences you have got correctly? Looks like you all got the every sentences right. Good job everyone. Now you have understood the use of habit or routine in simple present tense and how to write the sentence. For after the main activity section, the teacher will give an online quiz for students. This quiz requires internet connection because the students will play it with their phones. The link of the quiz will be shared in their group class through the chairman and they will compete with each other. The one who will finish the fastest and get every question right will get additional points. Before we end this lesson, I will test your comprehension about this material and there will be a quiz for you. This quiz requires a good connection, so make sure you can access the link. I will send the link to your chairman and chairman, please send it into your group class. All ready? Okay, I will begin the quiz and do your best. Let's start now. How is the quiz? Is it hard? Now, as you have done your quiz, it means we have come to the end of the lesson today. I hope you will understand it fully and don't forget to always practice by yourself. Thank you so much for paying attention and listening to me. See you again. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.